Hello, everybody, and good morning. This is Ross Pitcomb from BFSITechTalks. I'm here with Wayne Brown and Buck Kilcarney. We're the three co-founders, and we wanted to take a few minutes to discuss things that we took note of in 2020 for fintechs and other startup businesses, and to discuss with you, our audience, what it is that we're planning on doing for you in 2021. So without any further ado, perhaps, Wayne, you'd like to speak a little bit about what you saw in 2020 within the fintech space and what you see for our organization moving forward.
Thank you, Ross. 2020 really had a lot of challenges. Obviously, in the midst of COVID-19, it really created a setback in the financial services institutions as well as within fintech. But I do feel that despite the challenges, that a number of fintechs continue to move forward and survive, and really as an industry, continue to survive despite the challenges. Some of that challenges had to do with the realization of cash flow and revenue, lost opportunities for some, also with the strategy that they kind of embarked with at the beginning of the year to institute. A number had to pivot and make changes with regards to their strategy. But as we look forward to 2021, I really look at 2021 as the year of optimism, to lessons learned with regards to the things that may have been successful, the things that may have not been successful. Organizations have an opportunity to really collectively decide how they're going to move forward, because the year has helped them with experience to see how they need to navigate through an environment of change. And so I'm looking forward to continue to work with organizations, helping them with their strategy, with their business development, with their opportunities, and ways that they continue to build their opportunities through the BFSI Tech Talk platform. So we really look at this platform as an opportunity to strengthen the financial services fintech community. It's a platform where there's going to be opportunities for organizations to identify themselves, to share their strategies and their approach. So as a result, we at BFSI Tech Talk, we're optimistic because we're going to continue to push forward. We're going to do so in a number of different ways that I'll talk later about what those specific plans are for 2021.
Thank you very much. How about you, Buck? What do you have to say about your experiences in 2020 and what you see for BFSI and our audience in 2021?
Sure. Yeah, thank you, Ross. So we worked with so many people in this year, and all of us actually went through some of those experiences. We observed some, we participated in some, and fact remains that there were a lot of failures also during the year. But we also saw some others really growing rapidly in this particular pandemic situation. And I wanted to put a few points in front of our members as to what I felt were some of the key differentiators, what made people, successful this year. One is, I think, the scalability of the business. Scalability as a word, I think, has got some understanding issues, I would say. Scalability, typically people think of scalability as being able to expand. But what is more important is being able to contract as well. So is that part of your plan? Are you able to do that smoothly without customers getting impacted? That was one important thing I read. And scalability is not just about technology, not about SaaS, not about cloud, but much more about your people and your processes. So that is one thing I saw in some startups who had that under control, had a lot of growth opportunities. Second, I would like to put in front of everybody is the example of Zoom, right? Teleconferencing is not a new space. Microsoft, WebEx, Cisco, Amazon, everybody was already there in that space for the last 10, 15, 20 years, and they had billions of dollars to develop that. So why would suddenly Zoom past everyone else and become the de facto standard of conferencing and communication is something that I would like every startup entrepreneur to think about. And the third thing I saw is there was a lot of money still. VCs were still investing. VCs were still looking for opportunities. But due diligence process became a lot tougher. And those who had the preparation, a perennial set of mind that a VC is going to walk in today, am I ready? I think that made a big difference to some companies who were able to attract good valuations and good funding. So these are not like in any particular order or not necessarily the top 3 or top 4, but these are some of the main things that I experienced during the year.
Mm-hmm. I think that makes a lot of sense. And I think from my perspective on the legal side, I saw some similar things, certainly with organization and due diligence. There were some businesses that were able to perform very well and were even able to raise capital. As we know, we performed a webinar here with a company that was able to raise capital. A lot of that required on ensuring that your due diligence was top notch, and frankly, more top notch than it ever needed to be in the past, simply because businesses were being leaner, investors being leaner with their funds and where they were willing to put their money. I would say that for our side of things, growth mechanisms, there certainly were businesses that struggled, but those that were able to shift the online forum for how they were interacting, whether that was through online advertising, whether it was through increasing their email marketing or text marketing, they were able to increase their ability to perform. And I think even in payment processing, those companies that were able to reach that larger online audience or even have acquisitions and mergers with other businesses in similar spaces were able to capture more of a market share. So I think moving forward, as Wayne had mentioned, and Buck, you touched upon as well, there is that idea of optimism moving into 2021. I think there's a framework shift, but I think as we move forward into 2021, it's going to require lean books and records, lean accounting records, profit and loss statements, an ability to speak to prospective investors and show that your books are very, very neatly organized. And I think for us at BFSI Tech Talks, I know we covered some of these topics, but I'm really looking forward to having more and more guest speakers in the financial services and technology space, learning about what it is that the banks are looking for when they're looking to partner up with prospective startups, and also just getting a general sense of how our business community is going to grow. I know we've seen so many companies join our network and want to be a part of this. And I think that's the exciting aspect. So we hope to, I think, not only expand our audience base, but ensure that we can come up with a mechanism for allowing them to interact with each other. So that's what I think we're looking forward to from my side for 2021 with BFSI Tech Talks.
Oh, we lost Wayne.
Interesting also, one of the specific things that we're going to do is that we're going to have more webinars that we've mentioned. So we're looking to have a minimum of 6. Some of the ones that that Ross had mentioned. We also look to actively continue to post blogs and articles because we feel that as we build a community, how do we keep the community together? Well, it's by content, it's by information. And we're looking for input from our community on helping us with the types of articles and content that they would like to see. And another point of which we're going to continue to do is on a weekly basis, provide updates such as this, and we're going to post that through our YouTube channel, that you will be able to access that information, comment on that information, and share that information within the community as well. So we look to 2021 with optimism. It's a time of change, we know, but optimism is what we see and how we can continue to stabilize and mobilize this industry around change and the monetization or the realization of monetization to occur in the future. So we're really happy that we're able to provide this update to you, and we look forward to additional updates in the near future as well.
Absolutely. I will simply echo Wayne's sentiments and wish everyone a great 2021 and look forward to being in touch with all of you.
To a great 2021. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everyone.